welcome back to the Beautiful Black Witch channel. My name is Erica and I read stars, tarot cards, and other intuitive messages. I'm already stumbling over my words and I just got started. Jeez. Anyway, I have a little update for you guys. I usually have like a little quote or something, but I have a little update. This will be my last video that I'll be doing this year. With Capricorn season coming up, you know, it hits your girl 12th house. And Capricorn season and Capricorn energy is a bit intense for your girl. So I'm just thinking ahead of time, and like there's certain things that's happening in the background, like in my personal life and just behind the scenes within my business that I'm trying to get in order, trying to get figured out. And it's a little hard juggling, you know, family and business when you work from home, you know? So I'm just gonna put business off to the side because, you know, it's the end of the year and it's a wrapping up of that kind of energy anyway. So we're gonna be more focused on home, family, you know, celebrating the holidays. So I just want to let you guys know. So if you don't see any new moon and full moon videos for Capricorn season, that is why. But it shouldn't be that surprising if you've been following me for a while. I have a hard time uploading during Capricorn full moons or new moons or any kind of Capricorn energy. It just hits your girl hard. And the 12th house is all about rest, healing, you know, where we go to be alone and just really get ourselves together. And yeah, and I really have some things that I do want to heal within myself because there's just so many new things happening, and I'm trying to prepare myself and make sure I have the space to, you know, really heal and focus on all of that, so that in the new year when I come back, I'm going to be uploading once a week, coming at you with all kind of content. So I'm planning, which I'm going to be getting into because, you know, I have a lot of Gemini in my chart. So with this Gemini full moon, it's really doing your girl good because all the ideas are popping up. And another thing I wanted to say is that follow me on my Instagrams. I have my personal one and I have my Beautiful Black Witch one. So yeah, follow me on my Instagram. I'll be posting over there since I won't be posting on here, because it's hard running so many pages at once and uploading all at once. It's hard for me, okay? I am learning and adjusting. But yeah, so since I'm not going to be on here after this upload, I will for sure be over there every now and again posting and keeping you guys uploaded on what's going on. And yeah, just follow me over there if you're interested, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and turn on the little bell so when I do come back, you'll be notified, because YouTube will push me to the background since I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. So turn on that bell. You have to turn on a notification so that I'll pop up when your girl is back. So with all that being said, let's get into this video. So this full moon is going to be happening around December 7th. In Gemini. So Mercury will be playing like a major role in this energy. And as you know, or you don't know, Mercury rules over our communication skills and how we process information, you know, what is our learning style. During this full moon, Mercury will be transiting into Capricorn. So we're going to be focusing more on like serious matters when it comes to like our ideas and like our goals and like our careers. That's really going to be in the forefront of our minds. So we're going to be, you know, doing the groundwork and trying to figure out our next step and our plans and what goals we have set again. So we're really going to be thinking about the long term. And even like when we communicate with others, we're going to be choosing our words more wisely because, you know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and like that's very mature, serious energy. So when it comes to communicating and getting our point across, we can tap into a more mature and way of communicating and getting our point across than like when Mercury was in Sag, where we'll be kind of responding fast or reacting fast to things, but now it's going to be more grounded. We'll probably have to think things through before responding or reacting to get a better understanding of what we're going to do next or how we're going to react next. With it still being Sag season, we're still going to be broadening in our mindsets and speaking our truth. We're really going to be asked to really do the groundwork with all the things that are coming in, because with this moon being in Gemini, there's going to be so many ideas coming in, so many things that we're going to want to do. And with it, again, still being Sag season, we still have that fire energy within us to like, you know, get things going and, you know, the energy really picking up. So with this Capricorn energy coming in, it's really going to help ground things and get a little bit more serious about all the ideas that's coming in, and helping us act with more integrity, with more maturity, and just grounded energy. With me having a lot of Gemini energy in my chart, I really like to write everything down. I've always been a person that have to do that because I always have so many thoughts and things coming in, and it's easy for me to get like scattered and lost. So what I like to do is write everything down. I have a journal, I have to-do lists, I have so many my notes on my phone. I have so many tabs going on there, just getting everything out in so many different categories and aspects of my life, because I just need to remember. Like, writing things down is like my own little personal assistant, because then I can go back and refer to everything that I've been doing throughout my day. And like, I'm a big journaler. A lot of people don't, I mean, not a lot, but some people don't like journaling. But during this full moon, I would recommend, you know, writing things down, even if it's just towards, again, like your goals, your career, or any long-term things that you want to invest in. You know, just writing things down can help, or just communicating it out loud, like recording it on your phone or something, like a voicemail or a voice message, just so that you can remember, because it can be a lot of scattered energy. And also Mercury is going to be getting ready to go retrograde really soon, at the end of this month actually. So we're going to be feeling those pre-shadow energy in like the next week or two. So it's going to be easy to like forget things or feel really scattered. So I really recommend writing things down. It's also a good time to, you know, solve any problems or any issues that you may be having with other people, or just in general that, you know, that maybe you need to get a bill worked out, or take care of some type of business where you need to communicate with others. With Mercury going into Capricorn, it can be a good time to do that, just as long as you know your intention and you know what you need to do, because you have to have an idea of what you want to communicate before delivering it to other people. So yeah, if you have any issues or problems that you want to get settled, this is a really good time to do so. But it can also be a really easy time to fall into like negative mindsets, or just being really pessimistic, because Capricorn is very dry and sober. So with everything that's going on, shifting and changing, you know, it can be like a time where we're questioning ourselves or just being really hard on ourselves, like just pessimistic mindsets, like, do I have what it takes? Is this gonna work out? What am I doing? Just like a lot of questioning, because it's just shifts and changes constantly. But it's just get grounded, make sure you're setting your intentions, you know why you're doing what you're doing. Because with this Gemini energy, it can come across as immature if you're not sure about what you're doing, because then you'll be over here and over there, because Gemini likes to multitask, like to have their hands in so many different pies or so many different projects at once. But they're really terrible about follow through, because after doing all of that, you will eventually get overwhelmed and burnt out. So then you get tired. And I am very guilty of that, just calling myself out, because I want to do everything at once. Because remember, I write everything down. So it's like, oh, I want to do this and this and that. And then I set out to do all of that. And then I get really tired really fast. And then I just stop all of them. And it's just, that's not good if you're trying to build a business, right? Specifically for my instinct. So it's just like knowing what you want to do, knowing your intentions will really help you during this time, because then it can kind of help you stay grounded in your thoughts and not let negative, pessimistic things get to you, you know? And it's a good time to even work on that. So if you are having those heavy thoughts come in, it's just a really good time to really tune into that. And once you see it, accept it, and then release it, you know? So if you're like being hard on yourself, notice that you're being hard on yourself and be like, wow. And once you see like, wow, those things are not true, or I need to work on those things, then you'll be able to rationalize it, than to let your mind just spiral out of control, because I am also guilty of that. So it's just like really good on just remembering your intentions and working on those thoughts that come in that are not helping you on your journey. So tune in, pay attention, so that you can release those and let it go and transform it, because that's what they're here to do. Just show us what we need to really work on. And I am very guilty on being mentally hard on myself. Like just the thoughts that come in, I'll be like, dang, that's really messed up that I'm really thinking like that. Like once I really listen to what I'm saying to myself, it's just like, if somebody was saying that to me, I really wouldn't like them, you know? So it's just like, why am I saying that to myself? And I know that's just such a cliche thing to say, but it's just like reality. Like, why am I being so hard on myself when I'm literally trying my best right now? And it's just like me realizing that I can rationalize it and nip it in the bud and be just like, okay, let's refocus and try again, you know? So this full moon will be sitting right next and comfy with Mars, which is the planet of action, of passion, of desire, of aggression. So it's just like sitting right next to the moon. We're gonna want to do things. We're gonna take action on all of the ideas that's coming in. So that's why I was saying it's really good to write things down, to jot it down in your notes, just so that you can remember and come back to it, because there's gonna be so many things that's being shot at you throughout, you know, these 2 weeks and going on. So it's really, really important to jot things down or voice record it somehow. Take a recording or write it down. Somehow just get proof of the idea so that you can refer back to it and take action on it. Because like I was saying, we're gonna want to take action on everything that's coming in, but that's a really bad formula for things to be successful, because then again we're going to burn ourselves out before we even get started. So it's really important just to take one thing at a time, you know, and not rush to the finish line. We have to take things slow. We have to take one step at a time, build one brick by brick if we want it to be stable. You know, if we want it to be secure and long term, we gotta build brick by brick. We can't just run through really fast and be just skipping steps and just doing whatever we need to do just so we can get the gratification that we're looking for. No, we gotta slow down, take things slow, and work our way up to that outcome that we want so that it can last a lot longer. If you've been feeling a little stuck and stagnant and you're like, man, I don't know if I should do this, I don't know if I should take action on this because we've been letting, bad thoughts get to us or holding ourselves back in some way, or maybe other things have been holding us back, it's going to be a good time to finally take action on that. To finally, if you've been thinking about doing something, it's time to go and do it. It's time to take action in that, because that's what this energy is wanting us to do. Don't be sporadic and don't go all crazy and do too many things at once. But if there's something that's just been irking you for a while and you're just like, I've been wanting to do that, even if it's just like a tattoo, or I don't know, treating yourself to something nice, or reaching out to a person, or it could literally be anything. Taking that trip. If you've been really wanting to do something like that and you've been procrastinating about it, now is the time to do it. Just make sure you're planning accordingly. You know your intentions, they're set, and there's nothing that can stop you, because it's gonna come out successful, definitely if you're taking the proper steps. It's important to be discerning and sure about the plans that we're putting our energy into, because one, we want to make sure that we're making mature decisions, which is basically what I've been saying, because we don't want to move too fast and have to clean up the mess and start all over, because then that's, we can be racking up karma. We can be having to face some very harsh lessons or like other harsh truths because we've been moving too fast. So it's like really important, definitely with this Capricorn energy and Capricorn season coming up in the next following weeks. It's going to be really important to, really be sure about what we're putting our energy into. And the second thing I wanted to mention is that, again, we want to avoid getting overwhelmed. We want to avoid getting burnt out, because we want to keep up with the momentum that this full moon is trying to give us. It's giving us that green light. It's giving us that go. So it's like, but don't just start going and grabbing everything because you're excited. Like, go, but be discerning, be cautious, be aware, be sure, be mature about what we're doing, so that we can keep up with this for the long term. Yeah, we want to be sure that we're investing into the proper things and that we're not rushing to the finish line. With this Gemini energy, we may be doing like a lot of talking and a lot of thinking, but we want to make sure that we can actually back up our actions with what we're saying and what we're thinking, because this is Gemini energy. So like I was saying, all the ideas are going to be coming in. So it's just like, and we're going to want to be doing things, but it's just like, are you just doing a lot of talking, because a way that this energy plays out for you, you can be doing a lot of talking, a lot of thinking, but not moving physically. And we kind of have to do a bit of both. There has to be balance, so depending on what you're setting out to do. But if you've been manifesting and wanting to do something for a long time, and this is your green light, like, you got to put action into that. Like, that's how your manifestation becomes reality. You can't just expect the universe to just throw it at you and then it just, certain things will, but it's just like, you have to put some type of action behind what you've been manifesting and thinking about for so long. So again, it's a good time to get your plans in order, to communicate, to collab with other people, to get things going. Also just, be cautious of deception or disappointment by yourself and other people, because there's going to be a lot of talk, a lot of communicating, even through the media and online. There's going to be so much news coming out. Don't believe everything you read or hear. You know, just be very selective on what kind of information you're taking in, because you want to make sure that it's correct before you're taking action and putting energy into things. So that goes back to what I was saying about being discerning. And also, we don't want to get caught up in overthinking and caught up in our own bad thoughts, because then, you know, we'll be deceiving ourselves. Like I was saying earlier, like if I believed in the things that I was saying to myself, then, you know, I would be lying to myself, and it will not help me move forward. You know, I would just stay stagnant, and I'd be like, well, you know, it is what it is. I failed, and that is it, and I'm a failure. But it's just like, no, you're not a failure. You made a mistake. It's just time to pause and reset, you know. But my brain will be like telling me just mean things, you know. And I know we all kind of struggle with that here and there. So it's just like making sure you nip that in the bud, because you can be deceiving yourself and disappointing yourself with those type of thoughts. So be careful and make sure that you're listening to your gut feeling, to your intuition, because it's really, really important to do that. Because with all of this brain and mind stuff going on, it can be really easy to be confused and not see clearly, you know, or not be able to think clearly, because so much information is coming in, you know, and so many things are happening. So it's really important to listen to how your body is responding to things. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, if it's too much, it's really important to pay attention to those things, to your gut feeling, to what your body's saying, because that will be your telltale sign. That will be your truth right there, you know, where your brain is like, I don't know. Listen to how your body's responding. Listen to what your gut feeling is saying, your intuition, because that will never lead you wrong. We all have one. You got to tune in and you got to listen, because it got secrets to tell you. In the Sag video, I mentioned that we're going to be interested in expanding our minds, our belief systems, and by traveling or learning new languages or anything like that. So during this full moon, we can finally be taking action on those ideas or those plans or those manifestations, like I was saying earlier. Because this full moon can help you maybe see clearer. Maybe like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Because maybe before you're like, maybe I want to do this or that, or I want, like, you've had your ideas a little scattered. But it's like maybe this full moon can be helping you bring clarity and see clearer or think clearer about your plans or the things that you set out to do. So now you know you're sure and you're seeing things clear and you're going forward in the right direction. So it's like that's another way that this energy can play out for us. And these things that you can be taking action on can be things that you had plans to do way back in May during Gemini season, when we had the new moon in Gemini and the full moon in Sag. So this can be a really big, like, full circle moment where you're just like, wow, you can finally see a manifestation come into reality, or you can finally take action on some type of goal or thing that you set out to do way back then. The Sag and Gemini axis is about knowledge. They are also mutable signs, so they're open to changing things. They're open to shifting and switching things up at a drop of a dime, you know, whenever they need a change, which is also saying that, you know, they're open to being the teacher and the student for their whole life, you know, because they're willing to change and learn new things that will help them grow and expand more, like within their knowledge, because again, it's about knowledge. So they're willing to learn different things and expand in different ways, and also teach other people to help them expand their mind. So in saying all of that, if we acknowledge that we don't know everything and we stay open to change, we stay open to learning and open to growing, you know, the world will be our oyster. Like, there's nothing that we can't accomplish or do, because we will be constantly open to receive and give, and that kind of receptive energy. So that is what this full moon is bringing to us and trying to teach us, and that we can manifest anything into our reality if we really just stay open to learning and teaching and expanding in some way. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the tarot message. Since Gemini is my personal moon placement and we're having a full moon in Gemini, I'm having my moon return, and I'm really feeling clear about what I'm working on, and what I have to do. It's a bit overwhelming at the same time, but I'm excited about it because I can see how it's gonna help me expand, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I've been procrastinating because I've been focused on other things and trying to do too many things at once, like I was saying in the beginning of the video. That's why I have to step back and get organized and rest, and making sure I'm still prioritizing myself, because I suck at that. I get so busy and scattered with everything going on that I'll be I'll only eat 2 meals and a snack, and then I'm too exhausted to eat dinner, so then I'm eating snacks for dinner, and it's just not taking care of myself. Or it's I'm only working out once a week, when no, because it's I'm doing so many other things, and it's it's to the point where it opened my eyes to some things that I really needed to pay attention to. And it was just Spirit was get it together, because if you want to go do this and this, you're gonna need your strength, you're gonna need to get your health up, and other things that I need to get up. So it's I really need to go work on that, and I need to go focus on that and all the other things that I'm trying to do. And it's I'm already feeling overwhelmed, and it hasn't even started yet, I'm just getting the groundwork done. I got the research done. I know what I want to invest in. It's just time to take action on it. And certain things I have already started, but it's just other things, it's just daunting, but we gotta do it, Anyway, sorry for that little side ramble, but I'm gonna miss you guys. I think that's why I'm chatting too, and with all this Gemini energy, that's right up my alley. This is me when I'm not on camera. You can't get your girl to shut up sometimes. Okay, so we got the Queen of Pentacles here, which was really represent the Capricorn energy that I was talking about earlier, about getting grounded, getting serious, really investing in our future, really just investing in the long term, wanting to take life more serious, so that we can have long-term success. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this can be the energy that we can all be sitting in, because again, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So you can really be tapping into that nurturing side where you're really ready to build a home, really settle down, and maybe not in relationship, just maybe within your career, you're really ready to take that next step in your career, or maybe you're ready to take that next step in a relationship, or just in life. Maybe some people are becoming mothers or parents. Some people are becoming, managers or CEOs. Others can be becoming homeowners. Whatever the case may be, this is just a sign that you're really just nurturing and putting in that work and leveling up and investing in your future and really taking it serious. Because look, her crown is very spiky, which talks about her having such a clear vision on what she wants for her future. So like we can really be taking in that energy and really walking that path and doing what we got to do, because we're realizing that we have everything we need to manifest everything into reality. And this is like the Magician card. So this is a brand new beginning because this is a 1 card. So that this is also Mars energy, which the moon will be conjunct Mars. So we're really going to be taking action on the manifestations, the plans that we've been really setting out to do, because we've been doing all the work. We have everything that we need, all the resources, all the support, all the backing that we need to make this plan or make this goal or make this leveling up a success. And with the Ace of Cups, this talks about being a wish fulfillment, it making you extremely happy. Like literally your cup is running over. You're going to be so emotionally fulfilled with how everything is going to turn out for you, or how things are going to start turning out once you take action, or as you're taking action, you're just going to see everything just unfolding magically and perfectly for you. Not saying that things are not going to be challenging, because opening ourselves up to change can be hard. Is hard, actually. And even if it's a good change, taking on new responsibilities can be scary. Like people who are becoming parents or homeowners, or even owning a business, like just having that extra responsibility can be heavy. It can come with a lot. So, just remembering that you deserve this, and that you got this, and that it's yours, and it's gonna be so worth it, and you're gonna see so many blessings, because the spirit is here, like God, the universe is really here backing you up and really delivering this manifestation or this goal that you've been thinking and dreaming about for a long time now. Like you have the Temperance card, which is literally like an angel, and like you can see he's balancing the cups. They've been seeing you've been doing the work, you've been taking care of business, you've been aligning yourself with what you've been wanting to do, and it's like behind the scenes they've been balancing things out for you, trying to help move things out of the way so that things can be successful for you, things that we can't see, so they've been doing their job behind the scenes, and it's like now with this hand coming out of the clouds and this bird here, it's like spirit is like delivering whatever you're setting out to do. That's just promising that it's going to be a success, and things are going to happen really, really quickly, like quicker than we realize. And I'm glad I'm doing this reading, because it's answering some of my questions that I have, because I'm also nervous about some things, but I'm going to stay the course. Oh, hell. That's too many cards. I'm going to stay the course because I know it's the right thing to do, even though it's hard. Okay. Yeah. So it can be really hard. It can be really easy to get stuck in your head. What I was going to say is that it can be really hard, like getting out of your head. So kind of the same thing. It can be really easy to get trapped in your head. It can be really hard to get out of your head, because, again, so many things are going to be changing for us, and we may not understand or see how this is going to work out. Like we have to have blind faith at the end of the day, because it's just like we don't know if it's going to be successful for sure. we can just hope for the best. But it can be moments where we get stuck in our head because it's just like, where are we going? Where are we being led? How is this gonna turn out? But it's just like, you just have to slow down at those points. Slow down, gain a better perspective, with the hangman here. Gain a better perspective. Do not tie yourself up in all your thoughts, because then you'll be stuck there. But it's just like, if you just take a second, gain a better perspective, and then move forward once you have clarity. Like, just don't be running all over the place. Like, if you're feeling a bit confused, slow down. Don't stop, but slow down so that you can gain a better perspective before moving forward. Because, again, you don't want to be lied to. You don't want to be disappointed. You don't want to rush into things. So if you're feeling confused, just pause, slow down, take things slow, because again, this is Pentacles. It fell right on top of this Queen of Pentacles. So take things slow. I'm taking my own advice. This really feels like a personal reading. But at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Just take that risk. Just take the risk. Just keep going. You may not understand where things are being led or where things are going to end or how it's going to work out. But just keep going and just keep taking the risk. Don't stop. Keep going. That is basically what this is saying, because it's risky, because we don't know. And like I was saying, we're not going to know. We're not supposed to know. We'll know when we're supposed to know. But yeah, that's why we just have to listen to our intuition, that gut feeling, because that's what's gonna like help us, guide us, keep us going, because our brain is not gonna be doing that all the time. Okay, it's only gonna get us so far. So we're gonna have to listen to our heart, our intuition, that gut feeling, if we want to keep up the momentum and have these goals, wishes, dreams, manifestations last for the long term, because we're going to have to continue putting in this work. So it's like, we don't want to rush in too hard, too fast, and have to stop. But if you just take decent chunks or decent bite-sized chunks or decent steps towards the finish line, then you're going to be successful and you're going to make it, And great things happen for those who wait, and not rush for instant gratification or rush to the finish line. Wow. With all these major arcana cards, we got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. We got the Justice here on top of the Magician card. Like, that's telling me like the road ahead is so clear and so plain that like nothing is in your way at all. Like, everything that I was telling you was in the background. Like, Spirit has moved all that aside. Like, God has cleared the path for you. This is like your way to success, to where you really want, to whatever goal or wish or thing that you're working towards. Like, it's balanced, it's clear. Like, they waiting for you in the car. They're like, let's go. They've been waiting for you. And you're like, oh shit, let's go. And you're getting in and you're going, and it's gonna be a success. Like, nothing can stop you. There's just like a lot of balance. Like the black and white cat here, her holding up the scales with the sword, and then like Spirit with the cups balancing. Like, that's just giving me a clear road. Like, I'm envisioning like a bridge. Like, you're gonna make it to the other side. Like, you just gotta get in the car, or You just got to get in the car, get on the bike, and you just got to get to the other side of the bridge. And it's like clear shot. There's nothing in the way. There's no cars. There's no traffic. There's nothing there. No cracks, no debris, no storm, nothing. It's just like clear as day. And you can see the other side. You can see the outcome, but you just got to hold the faith that you're going to make it, you know? And there can be moments on the bridge where you're driving and you're like, you sure this is for me? Like, you sure this is it? Like, there's no more trials. There's no more tribulations. There's no earthquake that's going to just pop out of the woodworks. And like, no, like all of that is over, you know? And once we completely understand that all of that is over, then we're going to really make it there even faster, because it's just like we're not going to be like anticipating, because it's like we're in control of how fast things go in a certain way. But if you know exactly your intention and your mind is clear as day, like you can just rev that engine or whatever and just go full speed and be gone. Or, you know, you can get in this mind state and you can just take your hand off the accelerator and just start cruising, because you're just second guessing yourself. You're like, am I going the right way? Is this my route? Is that the destination? Are you sure the GPS is correct? God, you sure this is for me? Because then you're going to slow down. So it's really up to you on how fast or how slow you take off during this full moon. I hope everything is charging and working. Wow. This card just won't stop showing its face. Like the Lovers, again, talks about balance, coming into one with yourself or with another. So if this is about you in a career or you leveling up in some other aspect that's outside of another person, then, you know, this is about you coming into one with yourself, you know, masculine, feminine energy. Like your head is alert, your mind, your heart, your head is alert, your heart is open, and you're just open and receptive to things that's happening, and you're aware and you're just moving forward. Or this can be you connecting with someone, you know, whether that is a business partner or a romantic partner or a family member or just someone you have a very deep spiritual soul connection with. That's gonna really help you build on whatever you're setting out to do. Like you're gonna have help. You're not doing this by yourself. Like none of us, like God doesn't even do it by himself, okay? Like we have ancestors, we have other people up there helping him protect us, look over us, you know. At least that's what I believe. But we're not meant to do it by ourselves, okay? So they're sending in help. They're sitting in recruitment or whatever. And that's going to really be giving us things to help us out along our journey. And that's really going to expedite things and help things go even faster, because we're on the same frequency. We have the same mindset, the same plan. Things are going smooth. It's just gonna flow, and it's just gonna be really, really good. And it's gonna make you really, really happy because it landed on the Ace of Cups. So yeah, I'm excited about things that's coming in. Personally, I do have a couple things like within myself that I am working on, like coming into one with myself, because my brain, I be here sometimes, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but I've really been working on clearing that up. So, grabbing some oracles, we have stop judging and start loving. Wow. Exactly what I was talking about. Don't judge the situation. Don't question it. If you know you're set on this path, you know it's for you, just keep growing. Don't doubt it. If you need to slow down, slow down. But love the process, because obviously there's gonna be a lot of happiness and a lot of emotional wish fulfillment. And exactly what I was saying earlier, journal it out. Write how you feel. So even if you don't write down your goals or anything, just write out your emotions. Like, get it out, get it on paper, because that's another way you manifest. So yeah, with all that being said, I really hope you guys have a really good holiday season. Even if you don't celebrate, take care of yourself, cherish your loved ones, and just enjoy quality time alone or quality time with your family. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys when I return. Bye.